Hello guys, welcome back. So, 18 is the new 20. We're looking at new updated meta build orders that the pros are using for all of the generic rushes really. The first one we're going to be looking at today is scout rushing. So 18 is the new 20. For a long time, 20 pop scouts has been the meta. I think people are still doing, certainly at lower levels, still probably doing 21 pop scouts. But at the high level, we're looking at 18 pop scouts, and this can be done with any civilization. So I've recently seen various examples of this, and Hera recently did a video himself talking about how quite often nowadays with build orders we just have 2 on wood at the start of the Dark Age, and that's pretty much what we're going for now. Something we're also doing is we're getting the boar in with our 7th villager, and that's what we're doing on this one. So we've got 6 on food, 6 on sheep, and then we're going to lure a boar with the first villager that comes out after those 6, and then we're going to send 2 to wood. So this is something I've been doing for quite a while actually, certainly with civ specific builds. I've been luring the boar in with villager 7 occasionally. That seems to be quite an accepted thing to be doing now. So pretty good in that respect. I mean, the good thing about luring the boar in earlier than we would ordinarily is it's kind of preventing laming a little bit more. It's sort of throwing things off for the lamers. So now we've got 2 on wood. We're going to send another couple onto boar, and as you can see, we're already luring the deer in. We're going to be pushing all 3 deer, and again, this is a bit of a shift in meta because we see the pros luring all 3 deer now. It's always considered to be very greedy, but we're actually seeing it more often, and it makes sense because we can still find the opponent easily enough and push in all of the 3 deer, so it makes sense to do so. So once we got those 2 on board, the next one's coming out to make a house and then lure the boar, and the next villager after that is going to go over to berries and get a mill down. As you can see, we're still pushing deer in, not doing the best job of it, I must admit. There we go, get that one in, there we are. And then we're just going to add some more villagers onto boar, so another 3. That will take us up to 17 population. And then we're going to go add a final villager onto wood, and then we'll research loom. We should be able to click up. So yeah, last villager from this point is just going on to wood and then loom. So this is probably something I've not done in the past until recently. I've done this with a couple of builds recently where we've only had like 1 or 2 villagers on berries, more noticeably with the goth build orders that I've made recently. They're probably the ones where I've done it certainly most recently, where I've just done 1 or 2. Because I've kind of realised, obviously, and this is generally what everyone else seems to have realised, is it's a lot more beneficial to get that faster hunting speed, gathering rate, oh, that deer, from the boar, rather than having all of the walking time to your berries, and then also the slower collection rate from the berries. So yeah, it's something that's been catching on. So once we've clicked up, we're going to send 5 over to wood. I will sort out that in a bit, and it's not very efficient at the moment. And then 2 onto the straggler trees. And we also wanted to send 1 from food to make a house and a barracks. I end up having to make the house with the berry villager because I'm having issues pushing deer. Deer, they seem really erratic at the moment. Since the last patch, they just seem to just go all over the place. So yeah, very late sending that villager to make the barracks, but it's on its way now. But we also have quite a big shift in meta in terms of men-at-arms rushes are a lot quicker than they used to be now. We only have 3 on wood. We'll be looking at that soon. But we also have a total shift in archer openings. So archer rushing in 2023 has certainly become a little bit more prevalent than it used to be. It always used to be men-at-arms into archers, some sort of drush or scouts, but we're now actually seeing straight archer openings, and what we're actually doing is 19 population into 1 archery range. and then you can kind of back that up with scouts or skirmishers or whatever. But we'll look at that in the future. So now we've hit the feudal age, we're sending 3 villagers over to berries. That builder who made the barracks is just making the stable. I did drop a couple of farms there. I probably didn't need to. I should have sent them over to sheep. And that's what the build order guide you can see on the screen actually tells us to do, because I kind of screwed myself over there because I didn't have enough wood to get double bit axe, so that got delayed a little bit. Obviously 8 on 1 lumber camp, another shift in meta that we're seeing. It's becoming much more acceptable now to have 1 lumber camp and 8 villages on there. Again, something I've always done, or quite often done in the past. I just have 1 lumber camp. It's a good 100 wood saving. It actually takes quite a while for that second lumber camp to pay off. So, you know, the benefit of being able to get up earlier to do your rush is, like I say, it's much more beneficial. But once you've got your 4 on berries, we're just going to start adding farms at this point, and just keep doing that till you've got perhaps about 15 farms. Perhaps get wheelbarrow after that, or send a couple over to gold and then get wheelbarrow, and then you should be on the way, well on the way towards getting up to castle age. But that's it for this build order. If you want to keep up to date with all of the other build orders that we've got coming in for the meta changes, then do consider subscribing to the channel. We do have a target of 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so do consider subscribing, help the channel out. And that's it for this one, guys. I'll see you next time.